Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another Mecha World FGL tile video where we're going to go ahead and walk you through a new event that is being hosted by Blumint.com. If you're not familiar with Blumint.com, they host a number of events for a number of different games and projects that are out there. And FGL and Mecha World are going ahead and teaming up with them to host this free-to-play dice game for Mecha World. If you're familiar with Mecha World, or if you're not familiar with it, they occasionally host dice tournaments that are either collaborations with other projects or all within the FGL organization, where you go ahead and you put a certain fee out there, you play, and you try and rank as high as you can through this dice game, which I'll show you how to play here in a minute. And then if you're able to get the rewards, you get, it's normally FGL. If it's collaboration with another event, you go ahead and get the whatever the collaboration token or NFTs are. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump into any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research. Make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. This one is going to be free to play, so it's different than some of the ones that they've hosted in the past. You do not have to put an entry fee in there. There are going to be 3 preliminary events, and then those that do well in those preliminary events are going to go ahead and jump over to the final event, which I believe is hosted on December 2nd. And what you're going to do is go ahead and play in one of these 3 preliminary events. I am going to show you the first one, November 22nd. That is the time I'm recording this. The next one will be this weekend, and the following will be next Wednesday. I believe it's next Wednesday. We'll see the exact dates here in a minute. But you can go ahead and enter any of those. I'm going to show you how to register, how to go ahead and jump on the Blumint website, and then go ahead and play the game. We'll do a quick walkthrough on how you can go ahead and play. All right, I've done enough talking on this. In order to get to the event, you can go ahead to blumint.com and go ahead and find the Mecha World event and jump in. Or you can go ahead and click on the link down in the description below, which will take you directly to this site right here, which is the Mecha World hosted event site here. You can see, essentially, you're going to have to go ahead and log in. You will need a, I used MetaMask wallet, or you could use some other type of wallet that they have in there to go ahead and log in to create your account. And then you'll see on the bottom here, technically there's 4 events down here, but the one is already passed. So I would ignore that. Boop, boop, just ignore that first one. But we have the Wednesday the 22nd, Saturday the 25th, and then Wednesday, November 29th. And again, whoever does well in each of those events will be invited to go ahead and play in the finals on, I believe it's December 2nd. And that's how it's really going to go. So you can sign up for any of these, and we'll go ahead. I have not registered. I have not jumped in here. So we'll go ahead and do this together. Depending on what event you want to go ahead and register for, you see if I hover over the event itself, it's going to go ahead and say there's a register button at the bottom. We are going to go ahead and do the one that's today on the 22nd. So I'm going to go ahead and click on register. And it's going to say that I have an hour and 45 minutes to go ahead and register and jump in there. So what you're going to see is all the details for the event here. The pool prizes for this initial preliminary events is 200, but as you get to the finals, then you get to the bigger rewards. Team size, 1 player, basically playing solo. Double elimination, and then you got the global event, or the region is essentially global, which all of them are. You can go ahead and see the how to play, all the details in here. I'm not going to read through those because I'm actually going to show you as I'm playing it later. But the prize distribution, essentially, 1st through 5th are going to get rewards. And then you can go ahead and see the rest of the details that are out here. There are going to be some live events on Twitch. But in order to go ahead and register, it's as simple as go ahead and click on that. Fill out your details, which I'm going to go ahead and do off camera. And then we'll go ahead and jump in here and show you the rest of the items. So let me go ahead and fill out these details, and we'll be right back. All right, we have gone through the process to go ahead and register. I entered my Discord name, my Wax wallet, which is what you'll essentially get your rewards through. So use a Wax wallet that's actually yours. Your email address, and then any socials like your Twitter, or if you have a Twitch account that you're going to be streaming, you can go ahead and enter that. The one thing that you should be aware of is you do have to join the Blumint Discord and go through the verification process there, which is pretty simple. It took me like 30 seconds to go through. But then you have to wait roughly about 5 minutes or so for it to go ahead and connect your Wax wallet to that, because the Wax wallet that you use on your Discord will need to be the same that's used as far as the Discord registration. And it just takes a few minutes to go ahead and sync the process. It took about 5 minutes for me. So I went ahead and did that. So make sure that you are in the Blumint Discord and you go through that process in advance of trying to register, so you don't run into any issues. So we went ahead and did that, and you can see that the tournament's going to kick off at 3:30 Eastern. I mentioned this before. It's global event, double elimination, max player of 256. I don't think they're going to get to 256. And the rounds will be a best of one, basically one competition. So this is going to be a little bit different than what you would have in the Mecha World dice game tournaments. This is more of a tournament style. That was more of you just keep playing and accumulate points, and depending on your points, you ranked higher and higher on the list. So it's slightly different that way. And you can go ahead and take a look at the rest of the rules. You have to go ahead and accept those rules. And then you're in, you're registered. You can see I am registered. I can unregister, but I'm going to have to go in at 1:30 to 3:15 and go ahead and check in, so I can go ahead and make sure I'm active for the games once they are available. So I have an hour and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and step away. For me, it's going to be an hour and a half before I check in. I'll show you the whole check-in process. For you, it's probably going to be a few seconds. So I'll be right back. Welcome back. It is time to go ahead through the process of checking in for the tournament. It's going to be starting here in about an hour and a half. So what we want to do is go ahead back to the Blumint website. You'll see once you get in there, you'll see that it's actually lets you know that the tournament check-in is going on right now. And you have less than an hour. In this situation, you have less than an hour to go ahead and check in. Checking in process is super simple. You just go ahead and click on check in. It's going to go through the rules again just to confirm that you're good to go. You hit accept and you've checked in successfully. It just gives you that confirmation and you are good to go. You can even go ahead and check the participants. We are checking for today. Just double check the time frame and scroll down to where I am. There's actually quite a few people in this bracket. I think it's past me. There I am. And it shows that I have checked in, gives you a little checkbox just to confirm that you are good to go and ready for the tournament. So what's going to happen next is we have about, it's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we have an hour and 11 minutes until the tournament actually kicks off. So once that happens, the brackets will go ahead and be filled in. That's this little tab here. I'm just going to go ahead and show you who you're going to go ahead and play against. And please remember, and I should have mentioned this earlier, that this tournament is different than the normal Mecha World tournaments where you can go ahead and play at your own free will during that time frame, just to see how many times you go throughout the day, just to play when you can. This tournament's different because it is head-to-head action, so you need to be available during the tournament time, and it's preferred that you're there, especially for the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on how far you go. Since it's double elimination, if you lose twice, you can go ahead and go on with your day because you're unfortunately out of the tournament. But if you continue to win, you're going to want to be around and available for your next competition, because if you're not there and you don't check in, you're going to go ahead and get a forfeit, and then your opponent will win automatically. So what we're going to do is we're going to check back in here in about an hour and 10 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and show you how to play the tournament. So I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Officially, the tournament has kicked off. As you can see, it's live now and says it's going to end in 4 hours. It won't take that long. At least it has not in the past ones. So what you can do now is you can go ahead and take a look at the brackets. And what you're going to see is you're going to try and find your name somewhere in here. I am actually right here. I got a lucky draw where I was able to, I guess, get a first round bye. So I'm able to just bypass the first round. So I'm waiting for some of these games to go ahead and complete, specifically this one. I will go ahead and play the winner out of this group. So I'll just keep an eye out. The couple things that you have to do, or a couple windows that you should have open. First of all, what you want to go ahead and do is make sure you have this Blumint window open. Then you want to go ahead to Mecha World. You can go ahead up here at the top and click play game, or just go directly to play.mechaworld.io and then go in that way. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh because it's been a little while since I've been here. So we'll go ahead and click on battle, and you're going to go ahead and click on free mode. You're going to want to play free mode for this one. So you click on that, and what it's going to say is it gives you the rules as far as free mode goes. And what you're going to want to do is you need your login code, especially if this is the first time that you're coming in there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to go ahead and you're going to have to approve, and it's going to give you this long, jumbled up, messy code, which you do not have to remember. You do not have to type out. You can go ahead. I sometimes just select it all or just copy code. And then once you have the code, you can go ahead and close out of it and then go ahead and play. When you click on play, most likely it's going to go ahead and ask you for that code that you just had. So if you forgot to copy it, just go right back and do that. So as you can see that we're in here, you can see there are 20 online players. 14 of those players are actually in the game playing. So there's one other window that you should keep open during this process, and that's going to be Discord. So you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that Discord is open and ready to go. As you can see here, let me actually close that. I'm in the Blumint Discord, so you're going to want to have access to that because that's how the communication is going to happen. That's where you're going to find out what room you're in, who you're going to go ahead and play against. When your time comes up, they'll go ahead and they'll alert you, and you'll be aware of that. So I can go ahead and actually close out a few of these screens. So we have the Mecha World open. I clicked on that already, so I'm available for the dice tournament. As you can see, it has my my wallet information, at least the first part of your wallet information. You can go ahead back here and keep an eye on this. Occasionally I refresh and just see how it's going. You can see it's live, the brackets. It looks like no one has won yet. You can also go ahead and check out results, but that's the results. That's the end. That shows you who won at the end of it. And just a reminder, the top 10 of this poll goes on to the finals, which is going to be, I believe, on December 1st or 2nd. I can't remember exactly, but I can actually tell you right now. It's up here. It is going to be right here on December 2nd, Saturday. So in this case, if I go ahead and get in the top 10, I'll be able to be eligible for the bigger prize, which is a total of $400 worth instead of the $200 worth. So I am waiting right now. I'm going to go and hold on here until this game is over. Once it's over, they're going to go ahead and notify me in the Discord, and then I'll go ahead and be able to play. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. We'll come back here when it's my turn. I'll show you the details as far as how to go ahead and jump into the game and actually show you how to play the game. So that'll be here in a few minutes. So go ahead and hang on. I'll be back in a few minutes my time and probably a few seconds your time. All right, we are back. It took a little while, but we have the first round results coming in, and I will go ahead and play this guy in round 2. So that's all set. It showed up. It actually pops up in real time. So what I wanted to do before I go on to this, you'll see that there's also a basically, I think, a redemption bracket, also called a loser bracket, which I'll probably go into. But so you have a second chance to go through and have a chance to go in. But now that my opponent has been identified, let's jump over to the Discord. As you can see, there is a chat going on with some trash talking, just some fun time. And you're going to go ahead and scroll down, and you're going to see that I have basically a notification. And then we'll go ahead and jump here. And it's going to tell you the rules. I'm just going to say hi, let them know I'm here. And then what's going to happen is we're going to get essentially set up the room that we're going to go ahead and compete against each other. And then we'll jump into the game itself. So it's just basically telling you basically have one round. It's double elimination bracket. All the rules that we went through before. So this looks like it is the room. All right, so we put in that code and now we're jumping into the room now to go ahead and start playing. If someone creates the private room and they give you that code to the other player from the Discord, you type it in there and we can go ahead and jump in. So it's basically going to be one player versus one player. And if you want full details as far as the play goes, I do have some videos on it. It's very similar, as you can see here. Essentially, what we're going to do is every person gets a roll. Like he has a roll and he got to pick one of the dice. And once you fill one of the dice, then you're kind of there stuck. So it's now my turn. It's going to be an automatic roll. And what we're going to essentially do is you see all of these, like this has a maximum 4, maximum 6, maximum 5. You want to try and get the dice that has the highest overall value, and you do have re-rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll mine and hope I get a better roll than I did. And I kind of did. This one's close. So we'll go, actually, no, this one's max. So we'll go ahead and select that one as the maximum. And then you lock your dice. Your goal overall is to get as high as possible as far as your score overall. So we're going to go ahead. It says swap the dice. Nah, we'll keep it. So essentially what's going to happen is you have these 3 options down below. This is a re-roll. You get 3 re-rolls when this comes up here. As you can see, you have some pretty much options. He's going to pick that one. But if it's some options that you don't like, you can go ahead and re-roll. And you have the choice. See, he just did one of his powers. So he's going to go ahead and lock that one. So I'm not sure what that is. I didn't quite read it. But you also have some powers. Now it's my turn. They're going to go ahead and spin this. That one's frozen, so I'm not going to be able to get that. But I did get a 10 here, which I'm going to go ahead and keep, which is great. We're going to lock that dice. And down here you have a few other options. Do I want to go ahead and use one of my power-ups? Sure, we'll use a power-up on this one. And basically for the power-up is it removes 1 point from your opponent's total score. Click on your opponent. So we'll go ahead and now they have, at the end of the game, they're going to have at least -1 score moving forward. So now we're going to go ahead and it's going to be his turn. You're going to roll again. And you're essentially going to go through this back and forth, just to lock all your, in the end, it's going to come down to a luck of the draw. Like he has a bad roll there. So he's probably going to go ahead and re-roll unless, yeah, he's going to go ahead and probably re-roll this because he doesn't have anything that's really good in there. There we go. Got a rally, re-roll, same things. So he's going to go ahead and re-roll, have a chance to get, and unfortunately he didn't do very good. Other than that, he was able to get that max there. So good for him. Now he's going to go ahead and do a power up, try and get some something against me, like unlock a random dice of my opponent. So I'm going to have one of these unlocked. Unfortunately, it was one of my 10 ones, which is one of my higher scores, which is a bit of a bummer. But we're going to go ahead and keep playing. So we're going to go ahead and re-roll again. And I got 15 in here out of 20. Oh, we'll go ahead with that one. So I'm hoping to get 20 out of that. That's the max score I can get. So we'll go ahead and lock the dice here. And we'll use my one last power up. What the heck? And see what we get here as far as that goes. Unlock a random dice. So it's going to do the same thing against him and unlocked actually the exact same thing that he unlocked for me. So now we're going to go ahead and move forward as far as the next round goes. So now it's his turn to go again, or it will be his turn to go again here in a second. And then you just keep going through this process. I'm all out of power-ups. He has one more power-up to go ahead and use. So he went ahead and selected that one, which I think was the maximum that you could get for that item there. And he's just waiting for him to lock it. So he's getting pretty good. He's getting some good rolls as far as the maximum goes. I have a few maximum also, but I think he's doing a little bit better here. I'm more optimistic on his score than I am on my own score right now. But we're going to keep working through this. Hopefully get some luck. He's like, if I get a 20 here, that's awesome. 20 is definitely something that you want on some of the bigger numbers. So let's hope for a 20, and I got a 14. That is a bummer. So I have 6, 12. I'm going to have to go with this because I want to save. Actually, I have 2 more rerolls. Let's go ahead and do a reroll. So just hoping to get that 20 there at the bottom, and I did not. That was actually worse. Oh, that was pretty bad. So I actually wasted a reroll. I should have just taken that 5 there. Oh, I got a 12 here. That works out. I will go ahead and take that one. So that's good. I do enjoy that. You can lock a die and swap. We're going to hold on to that. So let's skip the power up there. So I was lucky to get that 12 there. So I got really lucky on that roll, especially after using all my re-rolls. So for the rest of the game, I am kind of luck of the draw here. He should probably do a re-roll on that one since he has them available. So we can get a little bit of a higher score, but hopefully he has the luck I did for my first re-roll in the last round. So he's going to go ahead and decide. Again, yeah, if I were him, I would do a re-roll. But he's going ahead and holding on to that. That's an interesting decision, but he's going to go ahead and do a power up, which Torment, unlock a random dice from, gosh, he keeps unlocking my big ones there, but at least I kept the 12. He's out of power ups. So we're going to go ahead and my turn. Hopefully I get something good with this roll. So gosh, we're going to have to take the 5 on this one. Going to take the 5 on that, lock that dice. I keep selecting this, but I choose a locked dice to swap with an unlocked dice. I don't want to do that because I don't want his 15. We're going to cancel that. We'll save that probably for a little bit later. Hopefully I get a 20 here and I can go ahead and use that in one of these. So I'm holding on to that one for right now. He got a 7, so he's probably going to take that 7 there. Doubt he would re-roll that, but we'll see. He went ahead and kept that. So we're going to go ahead and my turn. Hopefully I get something. Again, I need the 19 or 20. I want a big number here. Oh, that is not the number I wanted. But we got 10 out of 10 and we got 8 out of 8. Let's go with a 10 out of 10. We'll hold on to that dice. He's out of power-ups, but he still has a re-roll in there. And then I have a few options in there also. Let's go ahead and skip the power-up. Sorry. So we're getting down to the wire here. We're getting really close to the end of the roll here. I may go ahead, depending on what he got a 4. So we'll see what I get on my next roll. If I get a high number here, I'll keep that and maybe steal his 7. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. He's probably he's kind of stuck here. So he has a total of he's keeping that one. He has no power-ups going. So let's see what I get here. So I need 17 to win. So let's go ahead and check out what I get here. And I got a 12. So we'll go ahead and take that. And then should we do the luck of the draw? So I need at least a 10 on that one spot. I need at least a 10. Oh boy, this is, we'll go ahead and take it. We'll take it. Oh no, dope. That's not what I wanted. So we'll go ahead. So I need at least a 10 to tie. I messed that one up. And it looks like I won. I ended up getting, once it gets down to the end, it automatically rolls them. But I was able to win that 50 to 47. I got a little bit lucky. We'll just say that I got lucky on that one. There's a few rolls that I probably should have done a little bit different, but I'll take it. The good news is, let's go ahead and say congrats. Good game. And we were able to move forward as far as the win goes. It actually kicked us out of that, but we are here. We're just waiting for, so we're just waiting for it all to click through, and waiting for it all to go. So I'm going to go ahead and pause until the next round, until I meet up with Eddie here. And then we'll go ahead into the next round, and hopefully continue to try and win this. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and we'll keep moving forward. All right, we are complete. Well, at least I am complete as far as my tournament goes. I did well. I had some really good games and I had some really bad games. To just let you know where I finished up, the actual full tournament isn't complete yet. There's still a few games that are going, but I was able to get all the way to here, where I ended up being tied for 5th, technically tied for 5th place, with Grumpy. But unfortunately, there is a tiebreaker where if you have basically the person who has the higher roll in the final game wins the tiebreaker. So Grumpy had a higher roll and ended up winning 5th place, which actually was the last money spot. So unfortunately, even though I got 5th place, I walked away with no money. And unfortunately, I had probably my worst game of rolls in that last final game. Just to give you a quick show of the score, I look at these rolls. It didn't work out very well for me, unfortunately. That's just the luck of the game, though. You win some games by getting really good rolls, and you lose some games by getting some bad rolls. Overall, it was fun. It was a good competition. I actually did better than I expected to do. I didn't win money today. But I did, I was able to qualify for the championship, the final round. If I go back up here, if I go all the way back up here. So I did qualify for December 2nd because I made it in the top 10 as far as the qualifier goes. So I do have a chance if I go ahead and click on here. I do have a chance to go ahead and win some more money. I think it's the top 10 win prizes, but I'm probably wrong when I say that. Maybe it's still the top 5. I'm not sure. But it is what it is. It was a lot of fun. I did record all the games, but there's absolutely no way I'm going to show you this game because it was just that bad for me. I don't think I played it poorly. I think I just got bad luck, but it is what it is. But congratulations to everybody that was able to finish in the top 5. Congratulations to everybody that was able to finish in the top 10 and qualify for the championship round, I guess you could call it, this round right here. So it was a lot of fun. I highly encourage you, if you go ahead and see this pop up again, which I'm sure you will. I've heard they're going to do this often because it's free to play. I highly encourage you to go ahead and enter and try it out. The only challenges that are there, like I mentioned before, is you have to be available for the time slot. So you just have to kind of work your way around as far as being available for that time slot. And then you can just go ahead and work from there. Let me know down in the comments below. Did you like this tournament? I liked it. It was fun. I would do it again, and I will do it again because I'm in the finals. But I would play it again the next time they run this type of tournament. Again, free to play. A lot of fun. There's some trash talking in the Discord, but also a lot of camaraderie in the Discord. You lose, no one's trash talking you and making you feel bad. Everybody's been really good to each other as far as winning and losing. So highly recommend. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.